Hey guys, Neomis here. Now for today's video, I want to talk about the Europa League game that we have on Thursday. I'll be giving my prediction and previews on that game, who's going to start, who isn't, and then the reasons why around that. Also, I want to let you guys know the Europa League draw is on Monday. I will be doing a live stream on Monday, 12 p.m. UK time, 1 o'clock Central European time for the Europa League draw. But until then, do remember to comment, like, and subscribe when the video does help the channel out. Now, let's get started. So, let's talk about the Europa League. Now, we got Dundalk tomorrow. It's the last game of the group. We've now won the group, and you know what? It is all really good right now in terms of qualifications for the Europa League. We have qualified top of the group. But I wanted to talk about what the starting lineup was going to be in the group and who potentially might start, and also to look at briefly what the next round will be, even though not everybody in the Champions League has played today on Wednesday. But I thought let's kind of go through it. So if you don't know, the last 32 of the Europa League will take place on February 18th and February 26th. This for the last 32 of the Europa League. Now, currently, and I'm recording this at 3:55 on Wednesday, before most of the Champions League games have been played, to find out who's going to finish third. The potential group of death that I know I will be talking about quite regularly, the group with Borussia Mönchengladbach, Inter Milan, Real Madrid, and Shakhtar Donetsk. One of those four are going to be in the Europa League for sure, and I really hope that it is not Real Madrid, to be really honest. But when you look at the seeded teams that are in there, you got Arsenal, Dinamo Zagreb, Hoffenheim, Roma, Villarreal, and then there are just a bunch of qualified teams that we could potentially face, who aren't the kind of fourth seeds whereby we could potentially face. But it's going to be an interesting one. I do think that we are going to get past the round of 32. But it's going to be the round 16 and onwards, because then we'll be open to face teams like Leicester. As you know, Manchester United dropped down into the Europa League, so potentially we could face them in the last 16. So everything is wide open right now, and it's going to be interesting. Obviously, we know Spurs are in there as well. I'll be hoping that they also draw Real Madrid in the next round. That would be fantastic, and hopefully they get knocked out. But in terms of the game against Dundalk, I do think that if Mikel Arteta is smart, in this game the strategy should just be you play either the academy players or you are playing players that are completely out of form. Now, I know everybody's probably thinking right now, well, oh, Neomis just played the whole first team that lost against Spurs. Well, yes, that would be ideal, but I mean players that are really out of form. So right now, I actually would put a case to start Aubameyang in this game. I would actually start Willian in this game as well, if he's healthy, along with that. So I would go with probably Willian on the left, Pepe on the right, Aubameyang up top. Then in midfield, I'm going to go with a trident of Joe Willock, Emil Smith-Rowe, and I'm going to go with Mohamed El Nene. And then at right back, I'm going to go with Cedric, Pablo Mari, Callum Chambers, and Maitland-Niles. And then with Runnison in goal. That's what I think our starting 11 is going to be. And I think that starting 11, it's probably got too much quality, but in order to help players, particularly like Willian, particularly like Aubameyang, find some type of form, this is the ideal game that you would actually start Aubameyang in. Because if he can't score against Dundalk, when, my God, what is he going to do on Sunday when we've got Burnley? And that's if he plays at Burnley. I mean, I don't think Mikel Arteta is as drastic as me and would be willing to just chop him down and say, you know what, if you're not performing, you got to go. I don't think he'll be that bad, but I do think that changes should be made in this game. This is almost like a throwaway game. Play whoever it is that you want to play. Even if we lose, it doesn't really matter. I mean, even if you don't go the way how I suggested and you want to play the kids, play an Nketiah up front. Start him, you know, like start a Balogun. For me, it really doesn't matter. Start a Reece Nelson. You could do that. I mean, it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. Arsenal will go through. I think it's very, very unlikely for us not to win this game. But you know what? Arsenal seem to surprise us every single time. So one thing I will say is that mentally, we need to get our minds right. Put in a decent performance. Put in a show. Put in a shift in. And there's no reason why we won't be able to get past Dundalk. Now, in terms of predictions, I'm going to go with a steady 5-0 victory. I'm expecting goals galore, and if they're not scoring 5 goals, I'm going to be wondering what the fuck, because Dundalk, as well as they have played and as well as they have tried, they are not on the level of Arsenal Football Club. So let's see what happens. I think the predicted lineup that I put out was pretty much strong. A lot of rotation with a lot of players. And they're generally going to be players that we're not really... I highly doubt we're going to see, because so far Mikel Arteta hasn't shown that he's willing to make those real drastic changes. But let's see what happens in the game. So, guys, leave your comments below on what your thoughts are on the game and your predictions. And one thing I want to also let you guys know before I end the video, I'm also going to be doing another video on the Europa League draw. This will be on Monday. This will be at 12 o'clock sharp UK time, 1 o'clock Central European time. This is when the Europa League draw will start. And I will be on there making sure and giving you guys the lowdown on my first-hand thoughts on whether Arsenal, who they're going to draw, or what does this look like going forward in terms of from the last 32 to the final, where I don't even know where the final is, to be honest, just because look at everything that's been going on. I mean, who knows if even fans will be able to even be there. But right now, let's focus on the last 32, and let's focus upon getting some confidence going with some of the low confidence players in the team against Dundalk, and maybe giving some of the academy players some additional experience and time on the pitch. But until then, do remember to comment, like and subscribe. Thank you all for the recent subscribers lately as well. It's just helped the channel out. Do remember to like and comment, and I will see you all next time. Peace.